This is Two Girls, One Ticket with Lauren and Julia. Elite conversation driven by lifestyle and sports.
This is where the real game happens. And trust us, the odds are never even.
Hello, everyone. Hope everyone had a good weekend. So glad you're here with us. How are we today, Cappy?
Hello, everyone. Cappy's holding on, guys. Cappy's holding on. I was a little under the weather today, so I apologize, but we're still here and happy to be here and happy to be a sports fan.
And can't wait to bring a little pep to your step, sis.
I mean, let's get me going. Get me
Let's
riled
get
a
you
little
going,
bit.
okay? We've got NFL Week 1. How about that, folks?
How about that, folks? It was
How
a
about
great week 1.
Congrats to Sabalenka and Alcaraz, just like we called it and suspected. Sorry, Pagula, for you.
Sorry, yes. We still had hopes for her, but you know what? Who
But it was
won deserved
Sabalenka
to win.
and Alcaraz. Let's give it up for the world number ones. And they looked like they have so much fun doing it.
They did. They had a ball, and
I
they
loved
looked
her.
so happy.
So happy. I loved her going into her press conference with her bottle of champagne and her Moet glasses on.
And I loved watching my little Alcaraz go in and just champagne shower everyone in the back room.
He
That
knows
was
how to party.
fantastic. He
Yes,
does. He's a good time.
he is a good time.
Very good time.
So let's keep you going. We'll start with our hot takes again.
Okay,
This is
please.
actually an interesting one that I learned more about. I knew that it went on, but I didn't know to what extent. Did you know that
This
Power
fucking
5,
Karen.
Karen too, we'll get to her next, but the Power 5 and big schools pay at the beginning of their seasons to have these guaranteed or buy games that fill their schedule. I'm willing to bet that
I think that's trash.
I
So
think
you're
only
really trying
a
to tell me that.
very small fraction of fans actually know this and the business that goes on behind it. So in week 1, at least 55 guarantee buy games were scheduled, totaling more than $35 million in payouts to these schools.
Wow.
I
That
know.
is
It
a big
is
number.
so interesting.
That is a
So
big time number.
yes, let's break this down. So again, general public probably has little to no awareness. The common fan, obviously, that's not why they go to the games. They're fans, they're going to go no matter what. But I think again, this is a really interesting component to college football. So the majority of fans just say, "Oh, Texas is playing San Jose State, Texas A&M is playing UTSA, Georgia's playing Marshall." They think it's tradition, availability, and schedules, not an actual financial agreement. So the 5 conferences that make up the Power 5: SEC, Big 10, ACC, Big 12, Pac 12. So these schools rank in tens of millions of dollars each year from their contracts with ESPN, Fox, CBS, etc. And historically, almost every college football playoff comes from teams that come from these Power 5 schools. So 90% of star recruits choose schools from Power 5. That makes sense. So they can't just play every single game against these, big schools. So for scheduling, these smaller schools dream of landing a Power 5 payday and a chance to play at their paying team's field. I mean, that's such an experience
insane.
for a San Jose State to come into Texas, have that experience, know they're most likely going to lose. So these buy games often pay upwards of $1 million. Obviously, some less, and it's kind of a sliding scale depending on the school and the opponent. But for example, Michigan paid $1.8 million for New Mexico to come play them. Georgia, $1.7 million to host Marshall. A&M paid UTSA $1.5 million in addition to giving 400 free tickets, which was nice, and an option to buy more. So these schools routinely schedule and pay the guarantees a home game win, allegedly, while they still earn their media revenue. And then for smaller schools, allegedly. Yeah, we'll get to that. So for smaller schools, these payments are critical. I mean, they're crucial for the athletic department, for the operations, for the facilities, for the exposure. Again, for these smaller schools to come into these big Power 5 schools, play on this platform in front of, it's just an amazing experience. And it's a good exposure for the school, again, especially when they upset them. So on the flip side, what teams are looking to avoid and what we saw with Florida. So the Florida Gators paid South Florida
That's crazy.
$500,000 to play in Gainesville, and they lost with an upset of 18-16. It was a crazy game. That's
That's
not,
crazy.
yeah, great for South Florida. Their kicker's amazing. Kansas State paid Army $1.175 million to play in Manhattan, Kansas. Upset the Wildcats 24-21. Another rough week for those Wildcats.
I mean, I gotta say, that is really rough. That is a poor choice when you're losing the coin and you're losing the coin.
They're just
You're
getting
just
beat up. They
fucked.
go to Ireland, lose. They pay for Army to come. They get crushed. Not crushed. It was close, but still. Then week before, Army had paid Tarleton State $250,000 again on this sliding scale. Obviously, Army doesn't have as big of a budget, so they paid $250 for Tarleton State to come play them and lost in a double overtime. So I'm sure they welcome. Yeah, ouch. So I'm sure they welcomed the Kansas State payday. So, anyways, the fact that this goes on, and again, you can see the play from the school's
That's
side
so,
financially.
yeah.
It pumps up one school and it boosts the other school with a win and a good show at home to fill the schedule. I just think it's something that should be more
Regulated?
not regulated, because again, it's up to school and budgets and they're the ones that negotiate and make the contracts, but I feel like it should be more known by fans that essentially you're paying to win and to have fluff and to get a win on your record for the season, and that they're paying for these schools to come. Again, nothing wrong with it. It's business. I just feel like there's only a small amount of real fans and
Fans
people
who
that
know
know
that.
this. Yeah.
Yeah. I do find that so interesting because I hadn't really no idea, never paid much thought, never took into thought, and it's not advertised whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean, just there were
Like
a
that
couple.
is very not, I don't think it was advertised. They don't go around telling people that, you know?
Right, and they don't have to, but at the end of the day, it's part of business. It's part of the model of college football. Again, that's not fans are not going to choose to go to the game or not just because it's a guarantee game or a
Oh, of
fluff game or
course.
whatever. I mean, again, there's plenty of upsets, and again, it doesn't take away from fans
The
wanting to root on their
experience.
school. I just from the business side and from the side that people don't talk about, I think it's
I find
very
that
interesting and
so interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
very. And again, good for the smaller schools. So it's a win-win in some way. Okay, now this one is really going to get to you. Heartbreak for this poor Phillies fan. And what in the world with this quote unquote Philly Karen? Like,
Absolutely
what?
ridiculous, you fucking Philly.
Ridiculous.
Philly
Yeah,
Karen.
again, take it. She's probably an Eagles fan too. I mean,
She is.
what
She
in the,
is.
she's definitely an Eagles fan. And again, fly Eagles fly, but there's respect when you're a fan.
And I'm
So,
sorry, from a kid, you're taking
from
a
a kid.
ball from a baby?
Yeah,
Like,
so rewind.
what
So the
kind of
Phillies were
horrible
playing the
human?
Marlins in Miami. This poor fan. So the dad is there with his wife and his two sons. A home run was hit. The dad went a few seats over to collect the home run ball hit by Harrison Bader. Got the ball fairly without a fight, no debacle, no brawl, nothing. Just clearly got the ball, brought it back to his son. The lady comes over and starts yelling at the dad over the ball, and the dad just turns almost on remote reaction and just takes it from the kid and gives it to the lady in hopes that she would just go away.
It's
So the poor
absolutely
little boy
ridiculous.
later says that he felt like he could never win against this bully. It happened just before his 10th birthday. I mean, absolutely insane.
Oh
And the poor
my
kid,
gosh, that breaks my heart.
heartbreaking. And it probably changes his whole look on going to I mean, I don't know if maybe they go regularly, but any young boy wants to go to a baseball game with his dad, wants to have that time, wants to have a great experience. Then you get a home run from your team hit at you and you get the ball, and that's, doesn't happen to everybody, and gets it taken away by somebody like this.
Fucking Karen.
Yeah, and
Fucking
again, the dad
Karen.
didn't cause the scene, nothing. It was fair and square. So the lady comes, rips it back. The dad froze, gives it back to her. And so when she went back to her seats, the other fans heckled her for her behavior, and she flipped off the entire section. I mean, just unbelievable.
She's disgusting, and she should be kicked out of ever getting to go to a game again.
And it is a kid. It's not like another adult that's like, oh, this is mine. He gave it to his son.
It's
And again,
disgusting.
even if it was adult to adult, should not happen as a
And
spectator,
what
as
the
a
fuck does
fan.
Karen want with it?
Exactly. What does Karen want with this ball? So thankfully, after the game, Bader, I guess, realized what had gone on, met him, gave him a single bat, but that does not excuse this behavior. So
No.
my take, she should be identified, which she hasn't been. And she should be banned for the park. I mean, she's a Phillies fan. She was at the Marlins Stadium. Hopefully, she's not back anyway. But you do not act this way as a fan, especially not to a child. I mean, again, ruined
Agreed.
his whole experience. A grown person to act this way is inexcusable. So even the Savannah Bananas actually included her in a skit as
No
at one of their
way.
games as as a Grinch. I mean, it's just terrible. It's gone viral.
That's
Considering somebody
hilarious.
thought that they
Good.
had recognized her from a school district, and then the school district came back and said she's not an employee. I mean, nobody wants to claim her.
Nobody's
Um,
claiming that. You're not touching
yeah,
that when it's with a kid. And you're telling me that,
it's
I'm sorry, what did you,
terrible.
she said she worked for where?
No, nowhere. No, she hasn't been identified. We don't know anything.
Oh, okay.
So, to that note, there was a fan that was identified at the Bills game that shoved DeAndre Hopkins from the Ravens. He was a Bills fan. He was identified and immediately banned from the stadium, and that's what
Good
should
for
be done.
life.
It was a
Yes,
lack of
agreed.
respect for the oncoming team. Obviously, players are protected. Everyone, looks out for obviously you shoved a player, whatever, but fans should have the same protocol. I mean, fans are the
Protection.
ones
And
in a lot of ways making all of this possible. They're going to the games, they're paying to be at the games, they're the ones buying the merchandise. So, fan to fan, they should be operating with respect and
I
with respect to
agree.
other fans and players. So, shame on her. I hope she's identified and I hope that she's banned from the stadium.
I do too. I really do. Forever. And other sporting event places for that matter. If you don't
Well, and
have,
go be a Karen somewhere else. If you can't
yeah,
be act appropriately in public, again, with anyone, let alone a child, stay home.
it's
Don't
a
go to these
child.
events.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Stay the fuck home. And I wonder if you have a
Exactly.
child, Karen.
Time out for you, Karen.
Time
The
out
end.
for you. Karen, guys, is officially on timeout. So once you're identified, we're going to shout you out again, Karen. Aaron.
Oh, goodness. Well, I hope it turned it around with this bat. Anyway, so as we said, Alcaraz and Sabalenka, both world number ones. Alcaraz beating Sinner put him back on top. Stunning performances from both of them
So
throughout
good.
the tournament. Just
Spectacular.
incredible competitors. Spectacular all around.
It was.
Um, interest, Interestingly enough, Alcaraz or Sinner has been in the final of every men's major for the past 2 seasons. That's
That's
crazy to think
insane.
about.
That's a
Not
lot.
necessarily against each other, obviously. It's just one
Yes,
or the other has been, if not both. It's remarkable.
that's
There was the first player
spectacular.
to take a set off of Alcaraz in the US Open 2025. Obviously went on to lose, but good for him. He got that set.
He
And
got his
overall, it was a
set.
quick match.
Yeah, very quick. Very quick.
Quick match. They got out. Obviously, the stadium was packed with celebrities. Everyone was so excited to be there.
But
Um,
that's a show. I mean, that
it is
is,
a show, a spectacle.
that's, yeah, that's something to be seen, just like all of the US Open this year. I'm just so happy to see US Open trending. It is the spot to be. Well, was the
It
spot
is.
to
And
be.
runway, everything that we talked about.
Yep.
And I did see a couple things come out and said, the US Open ticket is hotter than Coachella, and that's what's wrong
Yeah.
with it. And that was the title of this and or the headline. And it just kind of went back to what we talked about. Is it getting too overdone, too hyped up? Are these influencers being too much? And I also saw a funny thing that people were like, all these influencers that are getting tickets to come to the US Open and promote and post and this and that, none of them know a thing about tennis, probably let alone sports. People are like, they should interview these people before just giving the tickets because
But
it
I
is
think
taking
that
away.
I disagree.
It's
I
promoting, but
think,
taking away.
yeah, I think it's putting tennis on a pedestal that it's never been on before. Yes, it's always been chic, but it's not, it, it's so
It's adding
popular
to the
right now.
culture.
It
Yeah.
is. It's
Yeah.
giving back to the culture, and I like it. And it's another thing that just makes New York always and forever better.
Right. Everyone likes the US Open. Sabalenka, Anisimova. I really like Anisimova. I was obviously hoping she did well, But obviously, I wanted Sabalenka. Sabalenka won in straight sets. Second set was a tiebreaker. Back-to-back champion. Amazing run for her. Anisimova now ranks number 4 in the world, up from 7, so good for her. And interestingly enough, throughout every match, she wore pieces from Hardware by Tiffany's Designs, which I thought was, again, a good nod to Tiffany's, good nod to New York, and obviously being an American tennis player, that was kind of cool. And then Tiffany's U.S. Open trophy. I mean, stunning trophy. I think such a
So
gorgeous,
beautiful.
crafted to perfection. Love that it's Tiffany's for the U.S. Open. Obviously, breakfast at Tiffany's, classic.
Love it.
New York, just the whole thing. It's just the perfect way to wrap up the Open with that presentation, wrapped
And
in the
that's some
traditional Tiffany's
hardware.
blue since 1987. That is hardware.
Wow, that's
Weighs
amazing.
around 10 pounds. Also interesting. Recently, or semi-recently, made the height of the men's and women's trophies the same because obviously US Open's all about equal pay, everything for men's and women. So I thought that's kind of cool that they're
I do
same height.
too. Good for them, finally.
Yeah, around 10 pounds. Takes 66 hours of labor to be handcrafted in Cumberland, Rhode Island. It's a lot of
Wow,
work, and
that's
you
a
can
lot of
tell.
work. And it is.
Yeah, and
It's
then since
spectacular though.
spectacular. So since 2023, Tiffany's actually engraves the winners' names on site at the Open, which is also kind of cool, so that they can
That's
leave with their
very
personalized
cool.
trophies. Yeah,
I
right after
love
the
that.
win. Super cool. I think they make some of the most iconic trophies in sports. Not just the design of them, but for the actual events too. Obviously, tennis, football with the Lombardi Trophy, soccer, the World Cup Trophy, horse racing, the Belmont Stakes as a monumental silver bowl with horse imagery and engravings. Golf is the FedEx Cup. Baseball is the Commissioner Trophy. And then a few years, the Giants actually had Tiffany's design their World
I
Series rings as
love
well,
that.
which I think
I
is kind
think
of
that is
cool.
so
Yeah.
cool. Very cool.
Um, so again, just again, perfect. Everyone thinks of Tiffany's with their blue box and their white bow, perfectly wrapped. I think it's the perfect ending to
It's
wrap up the U.S. Open.
I do too. It's great and it's gorgeous and I really am all about it and they're keeping the tradition, which I really like that.
Yeah. So back to football. NFL's YouTube debut came to be the most watched live stream ever. More than 17.3 million people tuned in for the exclusive coverage for the first game of the Chiefs and Chargers in Brazil, which, as we
That
also
was
learned, has a massive NFL following. Third, or it's US, obviously, then Mexico, then Brazil. But
which I find
16.2.
very fascinating.
Yeah, I know. Of all countries, and again, such a big soccer,
That's what I was
but fan
thinking,
base.
more
But I guess
soccer
that's probably those
dominant, you
soccer
would
fans
think.
just kind of translate
Love
to
football
football.
too.
But 16.2 viewers in the US, 11.1 internationally. Those are just massive numbers. And the
Huge
poor
numbers.
Chiefs.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
I mean, not poor Chiefs. I mean, again, they've run their race, they're out, hopefully. But great game for the Chargers, and it's fun
I'm
to
so
see
happy
them
about
lose.
it. I'm all about it. Good.
Yeah.
It's time. It's really time.
Yeah, it's time.
And
Speaking
Taylor
of its
Swift is
time, okay,
not
this is,
fucking performing at the Super Bowl, okay?
I know, which sounds like that's still in works, maybe a TBD. I mean, Roger Goodell said it was, maybe she's always welcome. Of course, she's always welcome, Roger. What else
Yeah,
is
of
she going to
course
do?
she
Not be
is.
welcome?
Yeah,
She's bringing up your
duh.
ratings and everything else. Like, why would anyone not welcome her? But we'll see about that. Uh, okay, kind of ironic. Do you remember back in 2021, there was one of the biggest resale shoe scandals ever, and
Yes.
it involved a VP of Nike and Freeman now, son. So she resigned from her job after it came out that her son had used her business credit card to fund his sneaker resale business. So he was using her card, using the company discount to buy shoes and then resell them. So he was posting these pictures with like hundreds of boxes of Jordan shoes,
That's my
behind.
kind of
So
math. That
story
kid just
comes
had
up.
a massive come up,
Yeah,
huh?
that's
It's
the
free
kind of
over
math
here
that's
and free
mathing for
over
you.
here. Yeah,
Okay.
that math is
Well, and
mathing.
I don't know all the details of how you wouldn't realize that that was going on and where he was storing the shoes, that she wouldn't know that. But what a story and what a way to find out. So she resigns from the job, probably the right decision.
Probably didn't
And
have a
when
choice.
Nike actually did their internal, right, but when they did their internal investigation, it came out that she didn't do anything wrong, which again, how do they know? Maybe they said that because she resigned, wasn't fired. I don't know. But again, right move. Nike actually cleared her of wrongdoing once they investigated further. Okay, well, 4 years later, she was just hired as the new president of Foot Locker. So let's
No
hope that that
way.
son found, yes, let's
A
hope that the son
different
found a new hobby
outlet.
that doesn't, yeah. So, and Dick's actually just acquired Foot Locker for a big, $2 billion+ deal. Oh, interesting, but good for her. I guess it's come full
Wow,
circle.
there
And
you
again,
go.
just
At
kind of
least
a
she,
funny story. I think she worked
that's
for Allbirds
crazy.
for a little bit, and now she's, yeah, going to
And
be
now she's at Foot Locker, keeping the
president of Foot
sneaker
Locker.
game alive. I bet they won't be
Sneaker
giving her
game
that company
alive.
card or at least looking closer.
Yeah, someone's going to be checking it twice.
Yeah.
Speaking of shoes, Mike McDaniel, coach of the Dolphins, what a character he is. Loved him on Hard
Character.
Knocks. I just think he's so funny. Always swagged out, his little sweatpants, pulled up, and always great shoes on. Great, known for his sneaker collection. May not be long for the head coaching job of the Dolphins at this rate, but nonetheless, great sneakers. So he pulled out his Virgil Louis Vuitton by Nike Air Force Ones, all white,
Sick.
for their season opener. Was so sick, so clean, looked so good.
Sharp.
Unfortunately, didn't help them from getting
Didn't help the
destroyed by the
game.
Colts, but that's okay. Didn't help him, didn't help his job, didn't help anything, but he looked good being there.
He looked the part.
Incredible. Yeah, incredible Bills Ravens game. Obviously, go
Incredible.
Bills. I
Go
have to
Bills.
say, I fell asleep. I thought for sure the game was over. They came back unreal,
Love our
41-40.
second
Go Bills.
cousins. Go Bills.
Second cousins. They came through. I think they're going to have a good season. So,
I do too. I think they're gonna have a really good
Vikings
year.
Bears, another good game. Vikings were down at the start of the fourth quarter, came back to win 27-24. JJ McCarthy had 4 consecutive fourth quarter touchdowns. Hard to do. So it was a really good win
Very.
for them. Poor John Harbaugh, though, has blown 17 double-digit second-half leads. That is the most by any coach since
How
at least
embarrassing.
1991.
How
Gee,
embarrassing.
I mean, that's a big lead to
That's a
lose by
really, it's
that many times.
pathetic. It's
Not
pathetic.
a great stat.
Not a great time.
Not a great stat. Okay, my Oregon Ducks absolutely destroyed Oklahoma State,
Go Ducks.
69-3.
Go
Yeah, go
Ducks.
Ducks. That's all I have to say. Quack, quack.
Quack, quack,
And poor
motherfuckers.
Michigan, cannot even imagine them going to Oklahoma and losing 24-13. But
That's sad.
that's tough. Hopefully they turn around. It's sad. I mean, you're Michigan. I get it to Oklahoma, but I mean, you're just a little more elite, a little
Yeah.
more refined. And to go to Oklahoma and lose,
That's a double whammy slap.
that's a sad story.
That
Yeah.
is.
But Texas has OU coming up soon. That'll be interesting too.
It's going to be a
Um,
great game.
Baylor surprisingly came back and beat SMU. That kind of shocked me.
Wow.
Not a huge Baylor
Very
fan in any
surprised.
capacity. SMU had a good season last year. I'm actually surprised that they won, but good
I'm
for them.
very good for
But can't
them.
wait for another good weekend of games.
It's going to be a
And
great week coming
shifting
up.
gears to Europe and golf, congrats to Rory McIlroy winning the
Let's
Irish
go,
Open in his home
Rory.
country. Go Rory, yeah. Mix him in with a little bit of Scotty. Pretty fun final round to watch. Obviously fun for him to win in his home country. Keeping things in Europe, F1. Max Verstappen, who I love. I think he is so talented. Funny guy. He won last weekend in Italy. This is his 16th race of the season in Monza. His third win of the season and his first win since May. And so not his best year, but it's actually his third win in Monza in the last 4 years for him at that race. So that's pretty cool. And congrats to him, set the record for the fastest ever F1 race in history. 1 hour, 13 minutes, 24.325 seconds. That is fast. The next race, and an average race speed of 250.7 kilometers per hour. Unbelievable. So the next race is in Azerbaijan, September 19 through 21. Always a super cool street track in Baku. Some long straights, then twisty old city section that requires touchy maneuvering by the drivers. A little bit reminds me of through Monaco. It's just so fun. I just love street tracks. I just think they're so much more interesting than just tracks in general. And back to Max Verstappen, I really like Kelly Piquet. She has a daughter from a previous relationship with another driver, a Russian driver. She's the daughter of Nelson Piquet, who was a 3-time F1 world champion. In 2017, she was dating, again, this Russian driver. They shared the daughter Penelope. Then she started dating Max shortly after that. And they share a 4-month-old baby, Lily, together. And she actually does a lot with Tiffany. She's a model. She's had a successful career, Brazilian, speaks multiple languages, now has is a wellness consultant in Monaco. So I really like her. I think that she is great. I like to follow her, and I think she and Max seem happy, and just adds a
little flair. And I'm back.
Welcome back, sis. We
I'm
lost
really
you there
back.
for a second.
Sorry
I was
about
a little
that,
nervous.
guys. We died.
All good. We just did a little
I really
F1
like her.
touch up. Max crushing it in Italy. Yeah, we really like her. Now let's look ahead. Again, keeping it, semi-European. The Ryder Cup. That's going to be coming up end of September at Bethpage Black in Farmingdale, New York. This is the first time that Bethpage Black will host a tournament, and only the second time for it to be in New York, actually New Jersey. It was held at Ridgewood Country Club in 1935, which is just across the river from New York. But this Ryder Cup is obviously every 2 years. The last time it was played was in Italy, so that'll be fun that it's back here. And again, another big sporting event
I'm
in
loving
New
this
York.
more and more. Let's go.
More is more, and anything in New York is better. Yeah. Okay, so
Ding, ding,
two
ding.
girls,
We're
one ticket.
One
sis.
ticket.
Ding, ding, ding. Well, we were about to be one girl, one ticket. If you didn't come
Glad
out,
to be
so
here, guys.
welcome
Made
back.
it. Glad to be here.
Wouldn't be the same without you. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's start with the Commanders versus
I-
Packers since you're now a cheesehead. Can we start with
am
that?
a huge cheesehead now, guys. I am so honored. I will wear
glorified
that crown
cheesehead.
even prouder.
I'm going to buy you one and ship it to you just so you can have it.
I
We
can wear it
even
on the
post
pod.
it right behind
Oh,
you.
it can be in my
your little-
studio.
Wear it on the pod.
Always keeping it close.
There you go.
Well,
Wear it
do I
proudly.
even need to say anymore? Packers it is. Packers, 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 Packers.
Okay.
I am a cheesehead.
Packers. Yeah, you are a cheesehead. Giants,
Give
Cowboys.
me a break. Give me a break. Giants.
Sorry, Jer.
Yes, sorry, Jerry J.
Giants. Seahawks versus Steelers. Yeah.
Steelers.
Steelers. Yes.
Rams.
Titans. This is going to be one. Bills, Jets.
I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah.
Our second cousins aren't letting us down.
Buffalo Bills. Second cousins. Never.
Dolphins.
Patriots,
Let's hope our guy comes back. Swagged and winning.
Flagged and winning, yes.
Bengals.
Jaguars, Bengals.
49ers.
Saints. Browns, Ravens.
I had a tinge of a
Bears
moment.
and Lions and Tigers
Go.
and Bears. Oh my. Bears versus Lions.
Fuck off. I'm going the Bears. Is that what you think?
Okay, well, I'm
really?
going
You're
with the
going to root
Lions.
for the worst team in the NFL? I'm so sorry to hear that.
Fortunately,
I just
not
throw
the
you in a
worst.
lake right now. I
But,
can't believe you would say that.
well, it's at Detroit, and I think
I
the Lions
really
are gonna
don't.
win.
I think the
So,
Browns are
we'll see.
taking it, scraping it.
Well, they're playing the Bears. So
We're going to have to edit that out.
So we're going to cancel out that.
No.
opinion
Oh
of
my
yours.
God, the Bears even more.
Broncos versus Colts.
They could still beat the Browns, but the Bears is definitely going to happen.
Well, the Ravens are going to beat the
Yeah,
Browns, and the
but-
Lions are going to beat the Bears. Okay. Broncos
Colts.
versus Colts.
Cardinals.
Panthers versus Cardinals. Eagles versus Chiefs.
Eagles. It's going to be a good game. I didn't want to say it. I really didn't want to, but I have to. I got to give it to them.
Every Super Bowl matchup. The Eagles are
Fly Eagles fly, but
Fly
I don't
Eagles
want to
fly.
see them in the Super Bowl.
That's fine, but for this game, Falcons versus Vikings.
Vikings.
Bucks versus Texans. By the way, you were right on Buccaneers last week, but I think
I'm
we're
still doing it.
Are we? Okay.
Chargers.
Raiders.
So we'll have 2 girls and 1.5 tickets for this week.
We're a little split. We are a little
2
split,
girls
but it's
and
okay.
1.5 ticks this week.
That's exactly right. So what do? We like, follow, subscribe. Let us know what you want to hear. Let us know what you don't. We've got some good guests coming up.
So excited about that. So excited. And we really do want to get your feedback. So be sure to follow us on all platforms. 2 girls, 1 ticket. TWOGIRLSONETICKET. Bada bing, bada boom, baby.
All
Guys,
right,
this
everyone.
has been a blast. Can't wait to see you again this time next week. Over and out.